Hey, my more brothers, back again. We're gonna we're gonna give Moynihan a rest for this video. I got one coming up a little later about Moynihan and Moynihan scissors. Stay tuned for that. But this is an interesting one because this goes to Generation Z, and I've heard numerous reports about Generation Z and this particular problem, especially when it comes to male-female relationships, and this seems to be quite prevalent. Much more than we would have guessed. And, originally we were thinking of that this is just delayed maturity, but it seems to be something else. So I'm going to read this. This is from Reddit, our Reddit, Kevin Samuels, and is titled, "Why Are Young Men Giving Up on Dating?" The title isn't what I originally posted, but my post kept on being removed. I thought it would be better to ask on this sub instead of our dating advice, because I think the replies from this sub would be much more understanding. I've just been watching a video on YouTube about how a lot of young men are leaving society, and this is something I've recently done as well. I think he's talking about my lying flat video. I had to really weigh the pros and cons of doing this, but last week I decided to unfollow every girl on my Instagram account. It's not because I'm misogynistic, because I'm not that at all. It's more to do with how the average man is shown how easily disposable he is. How dating apps have completely ruined the dating market. That's very true. There's a lot more reasons as to why I've just decided to go my own way. Oh, big time. The constant feeling of wanting affection all stems from social media. I came to the realization that I'm doing nothing but wasting my time by talking to girls that only want to talk on Instagram, but wouldn't even pick up the phone for a call, let alone meet up. It's a waste of time watching their stories and liking their pictures, because that's time and effort that I could be putting towards my hobbies. I'm a 23-year-old guy, and I don't think this subject is talked about anywhere near as much as it should be. But why is that? This is a problem that will only get worse over time, and the stats for that don't lie either. Has anyone else decided to do this as well? He said, Edit 1. I probably won't be able to reply to all of the comments, but when I get some spare time, I'll try my best to reply to everyone. If I don't reply to you, I'll read your comment and upvote it. I don't like putting posts up and not replying, or at the very least acknowledging the comments. I'm getting comments every second. This is crazy. I guess it just goes to show that basically most men have given up on dating. There's no way I'll be able to get around to reading all the comments, but I wish all of you the best. This is not unusual, because I've talked to fathers who have Generation Z boys, and their detachment from women is really prevalent. Got a lot of teenage boys that are virgins, that have never even dated. I can't, go by what percentage that is, but this is becoming an issue. When I was a teenager, did you have guys that were virgins, that were, teenagers? Yeah, you had a lot of them. The thing is, they had dated, they had kissed, they had done a whole lot of other things with girls. They hadn't disengaged from girls. They hadn't disengaged from the female side. This guy's 23. He's not a teenager. And unfortunately, he's not uncommon. We talked to Hammer. Hammer's 21. He said the exact same thing that this guy is saying, that social media is giving unwarranted expectations and causing unwarranted feelings, because this generation is substituting electronic transmission for real emotions and real connection, and it's not. And the social media that should make in-person contact a lot easier isn't. And the females are getting their validation and their attention through social media without the risk of having sex or having any kind of emotional attachment to the guys that are actually giving them attention. So the females may be getting what they want, because attention is food. It doesn't matter how it comes. It may be junk food attention, but the thing is, the women are getting junk food attention from Instagram and the other dating apps. Guys are in their inbox, guys are texting them, they're inboxing them, they're engaging with them. And so there's a barrier of the keyboard, there's a barrier of social media, there's a barrier of the internet keeps the women safe, but they still get some form of attention. Social media is like porn for women. It really is. Men want sex. So porn is cheap virtual arousal, sexual arousal for men. Okay, women want relationships. They want emotional commitment. They want emotional attention. Social media, Tinder, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook are giving women that social, that emotional porn. Maybe we should just call it what it is. Social media is emotional porn for females. Attention is food for females. So online porn for males is the same as online social media for women. Online attention. That's how they get their gratification. So why give it up when you don't have to spend any money, dress up, look good, or anything like that when you're getting that kind of attention from social media? It's not quite as satisfying. It's not the real thing, but the thing is, it's a safe substitute. No wonder this internet is causing a drift between male and female. No wonder Hammer will rather get a upgraded sex doll than an actual female, with all the underlying problems that come along with it. I wish I was a social scientist. This would actually be a very good experiment. I could write a book off of this, several books from this phenomenon. And you got tons and tons and tons of people to interview, people to talk to. It's all there. It's on Reddit. It's on Twitter. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. You could spend a year or two actually investigating this phenomenon. Probably make a lot of money. Probably be on CNN. Probably get some teaching cred. There's other things that go along with it, such as demographics, urbanization, what Calhoun called behavioral cliff, where beings just start becoming indifferent to each other, males and females. You see that with the grass eaters. You see that with the Chinese men lying flat. You see some of that with the Western MGTOWs, even though it's not as severe as what you see in the Asian continent. But it's quite similar, and there's evidently a structural and environmental reason for this, even beyond the cultural, because this isn't taught. But the thing is, your cultural environment, your physical environment with urbanization and social media and the internet, it's becoming a factor on how people relate. So I would say keep an eye on it. And for you PhDs out there, what do you think about the idea that social media is pornography for women? I know somebody said it somewhere along the line. The thing is that I'm just saying it out loud to see what kind of interest we're going to bring into this space. I'd be interested to know what the people in the ivory tower think about this, that actually study this kind of phenomenon. Anyway, with that, I'm going to jump off here. This is BGS out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.